life in 2046. In today's segment, we're going to focus on retail in 2046. Everyone knows the current situation with retail in 2026. The fact of the matter is, retailers are going out of business all over the country and leaving behind remnants of what were huge, very profitable malls and once thriving strip centers all over the country. One of the main contributors to this is the growth of online retail. Online retail hardly existed 10 years ago, but now has grown to represent 25% of the total retail market. Take a look at this AI generated picture of a typical department store. Note that there is no one in it, no customers, and no workers trying to sell you anything. I have personally had the experience multiple times now of selecting something from a well-known department store and then not being able to find anyone to check me out. This results in me standing in the middle of the store literally screaming, "Does anyone work here?" in order to get checked out. This is not a positive indication of long-term viability. The current expectations for retail in 2046 is that brick and mortar will drop to 44% of the market, with online retail moving up to 56%. These numbers, however, are anticipating a somewhat straight line progress in online versus retail. They do not take into account the massive technological changes that will occur over the next 20 years. Given the changes in technology, we have revised projections for 2046, which anticipates online retail to flip the script completely, taking over 75% of sales, leaving just 25% for bricks and mortar. So, how can you tell which of the retailers are going to survive and which won't? The future world of brick and mortar retail will be all about the experience. We've already seen most retailers move to some sort of self-checkout. In the future, self-checkout moves ahead quite a bit further. In the future, you will enter the retailer, show your face so it can identify who you are, provide credit information, usually just by having it copied in off your telephone, and then go around and do your shopping, picking up whatever you want to purchase. When you're ready to leave, you just leave. Cameras in the store and around the store will identify what you have picked up, what you've put back, but what winds up going out the door with you, and you'll be charged accordingly. This will make life a lot easier, eliminate lines, and make the checkout very much foolproof. However, improved checkout will not be what allows future grocery stores to survive, much less succeed. Future grocery stores are going to have to be experiences within themselves, some reason to go there other than just to gather up food that you could have
Welcome everyone to
quickly
the
and
grand opening of
efficiently
the Market
and
Bistro.
cost
We believe that
effectively
grocery shopping
delivered
should
to
be an
your home.
experience, not just a chore.
So the
Feel free to
stores
grab
will
a coffee and
become
relax.
gathering places. They will need to provide areas for people to meet and talk, and provide areas for presentations and discussions of not only food, but also issues relevant to the neighborhood and to the people that are, in fact, their customers. What about the department stores and other stores in the mall? How will we replace those places for people to show their wares and cause customers to want to visit, see what they have to offer, and actually purchase things? Clearly, they too have to get into the experience business. Just having a lot of clothing or sporting goods or whatever else they may be selling sitting around for you to wander the aisles and choose what you want will no longer be acceptable. They're going to have to come up with a way to make this an enjoyable experience that you want to have, to take you away from the front of the computer where you do most purchasing of these kinds of items.
Notice how the silk catches the light. It's absolutely divine, darling. We must have it for the gala.
So that's how the retailers that survived this massive change will continue to exist. But what is the result of all of this upheaval? We've already discussed what's happened to the real estate market in the retail area, and it's only going to get worse. As is the case with many of the changes that we foresee over the next 20 years, there will be some downside to these changes in our economy. The first one we've already discussed, as a lot of brick and mortar real estate will no longer be necessary and will have to be repurposed, and the investments in these will largely be lost. Second, an awful lot of jobs will be lost as well as the retail world moves from brick and mortar to online. There will be some new jobs open up online, but it being far more efficient from a personnel standpoint than brick and mortar, those jobs will not generate anything like the number of jobs that the brick and mortars will eliminate. Basically, we anticipate that there will be retail job losses in the area of 8 million as a result of these changes. Another area of retail that will be substantially affected by the changes over the next 20 years is the restaurant business. They have already fought their way through the cannibalization of their in store business by people ordering to have delivery service to their homes. Most of them have worked through this and managed to at least to get a draw with the additional revenue coming in, though there are costs associated with delivery. Meanwhile, they are getting the word out as to their food and the quality of their food, which is an easy offset. Beyond this, there are changes coming to the restaurants themselves as people's expectations will, in fact, change. People are going to expect a higher and very reliable degree of service if they're going to go out to eat and spend the kind of money that that entails. In 2046, people going out to eat are going to expect an experience that is more than just good food. It's also going to have to be good surroundings. Though people may not demand something as elaborate as this jungle experience you just saw, the reality is they are no longer going to be interested in going to a place with a whole lot of tables smashed up against one another in a very noisy background. Besides the ambiance, people are going to expect superior service. Whereas today you may have to wait to get your drink refilled, wait to get additional plates delivered, wait to get your bill in order to pay it. A lot of these things are going to have to go away, and they'll be able to go away in a cost effective manner. One view of the future of restaurants involves the use of robots. In this example, the robot on the left is taking the order, while the robot on the right is delivering plates. It can then turn around and take the plates back to the kitchen. This is the view that a whole lot of people have of what the future will be, and it may be correct, but I believe that there's a much more nuanced way to achieve personal service as well as efficiency. In our view of the future of restaurants, you will still have a waiter, but the waiter will interact with overhead cameras and speakers in such a way as they will take your order, signifying who is ordering what. The order will be automatically processed to the kitchen. Overhead cameras will notice when your drink is empty or your plate is empty or you need something or if you're looking around for the waiter. The waiter will be called, and these things can be worked out, and then delivery can be assisted by the robots. Thus, we see a much more personal but yet cost effective way of doing business. If you have any questions or comments about this episode, email us at lifein2046@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching Life in 2046.